Hello, my fellow humans. Welcome back to another pick a card reading here at Scatter Love Tarot with your girl, coming at you with a Why Do Men Think You're Attractive reading. It's been a while since I've done one of these, so I thought, it's time. It's time to check in. Energy is fluid. It's always changing. So let's take a peek. Let's look and see what's coming in. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this amazing, ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this here now here space with you. And for those of you that are new, welcome. This is that reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. These are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you will find all the links below in the description box necessary to do so. You may reach out to me via email to receive a personal reading, and I'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly, and I do hope to see you there. If you're interested in becoming a member, there's a join button down below next to where the subscribe button is or used to be. And when you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels that I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. We're looking at customized emojis, personalized badges, membership shoutouts, membership only polls and posts. You'll get to help pick future readings for the channel. There are early access to pick a card readings and membership only pick a card readings as well. So I hope to see you over there. And if not, thank you for your continued support here. So that being said, let's hop into your prayer. Today is going to be short, sweet, and simple due to time constraints, but I still am here getting you out your readings. So let's hop to it. My beloved source, this prayer is for any and all who come on to this reading, whether it's for the whole time or for just a short time. This is a prayer of resilience. I ask that you help bring us into this knowledge that we are truly resilient, that we've overcome so much already on our journey, and that every day we overcome more and more, and help us be open to seeing our strengths and celebrating them as well. Oftentimes we get so stuck in the world and we're wondering, like, why is it that so many hard things happen to me? And being stuck in that energy keeps us from truly honoring what it is that we've already overcome and how much we've already changed and how much we have that's worth celebrating of ourselves in this now moment. So I ask that you open our hearts to this right now. I ask that you open our hearts to the truth that we are building something that is unique, that is phenomenal, and that is absolutely perfect, and that it is guided by you, and show us in ways that leave us speechless, in ways that leave us in wonder and awe at the miracles that you manifest in life. As these words are spoken unto this reading and into this space, so shall they be. Amen. Aho. Aseh. Thank you, my beloved source. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's get that set up over there. And today I'm bringing out the Talisman Oracles. I've already given them a shuffle. So source for pile number 1. Why are men attracted to pile number 1? Why are men attracted to pile number 1, source? What Talisman Oracle will help us understand better why men are attracted to pile number 1? Okay, thank you. Source for pile number 2. What Talisman Oracle card will help us better understand why men are attracted to pile number 2? Thank you. And for pile number 3, source, what Talisman Oracle card will help us better understand why men are attracted to pile number 3? All right. Get that out of the way. I'll put this here. I don't know why, but I have the Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? We've got some work to do now. So, okay. For pile number 1, we do have the Unakite gemstone for you to choose from. And for pile number 2, we have this piece of yellow jasper. If I can get it to focus. There we go. And for pile number 3, we have this piece of green aventurine. Okay, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Whichever one you are drawn to, that should be the pile for you. And with that being said, I will see you over on your chosen pile. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this piece of Unakite, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on why are men attracted to you right now. First things first, I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. These are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. And if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary below in the description box. You can email me for a personal reading, and I'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. And if you are interested in becoming a member, there's a button down below next to where the subscribe button used to be or still is that says join. And when you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. So we're going to go ahead and hop to it and find out why are men attracted to pile number 1. Source, what messages can you give to us right now? Why are men attracted to pile number 1? What would you like us to know? Why are men attracted to pile number 1? Okay, so we've got the 4th house, we've got Aquarius energy, and the sun. You're very expressive when it comes to how you nurture and heal others. You're very friendly, you're open, you're unusual. You're different, right? And I mean, generally, that's why most people fall in love with us or are attracted to us, is because we're different. But no, with Aquarius energy here, you're just very unusual, very spunky, rebellious. You don't like to conform to societal norms. You like to stand out. And it's not even a mask that you put on. It's just that's normally what you are. Like, you don't want to blend in. I don't want to be like them. I want to be myself. I'd rather be myself because I'm not taken. I am me, and I'd rather be the one that takes my energy. You know what I mean? Like, so you're not busy out here trying to fit in with everyone else, trying to be a Kardashian, trying to be a Jenner, trying to be this, trying to be that, trying to be, Justin Biebs. Like, you're not trying to do that. Like, you're just like, I'd rather just be me, because all that other stuff is stressful. All that other stuff is just, no. And you embody that, and that gives you a lot of vitality, that gives you a lot of stamina, a lot of energy, a lot of willpower, encouragement. You're seen as a leader among your people, among your job, among your life, the ones that you encounter. But you're also seen as someone who's like the mother hen or the father hen. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman or what you identify with. It's just you're this very motherly energy here with the 4th house. You're very much taking care of those that are around you, and it's like you treat everybody like family. Like, you don't know a stranger, you don't know someone to be different than you. Like you recognize everyone for their unique attributes and their qualities, but you're also out here making sure that the ones that don't have a voice, you give them a voice and you take care of them. And you like to do that. Like, that's something that stands out here. But you're also someone who is willing to cut people off when the need comes, right? Like, if people are taking advantage of you, you're very quick to cut the cord. I'm not going to put up with that. But it doesn't change the way that you show up in future positions either. So you're a very loving, kind person. No matter what, you still show up as a loving, kind person. It's just that now you don't get access to my energy anymore. So let's get some cards out on it. Today we're going to use the Nicoletta Tarot. So Source, why are men attracted to pile 1 right now? Why are men attracted to pile number 1 right now? What can you tell us? Why are men attracted to pile number 1 right now, Source? Okay, thank you. Why are men attracted to pile number 1? Okay, why are men attracted to pile number 1 right now, Source? What can you tell us? Why are men attracted to pile number 1? Okay, thank you. Why are men attracted to pile number 1, Source? Thank you. Why are men attracted to pile number 1, Source? Okay, thank you. Why are men attracted to pile number 1, Source? One more card. Yep, 8 of Wands. You make people face their anxieties and their fears. So you could be very intimidating yourself, but people realize that once they get to talking to you, there's no reason to be intimidated by you. The Ace of Swords on the bottom. You're very honest and truthful and innocent. You may not be innocent, but you appear innocent, okay? So let's see what we've got here. We've got the King of Cups. Yep, I'm not surprised. We've got the 9 of Swords. Yep. All right. And we've got the Page of Wands. Yeah, this is all very much clarifying what it was that I was saying with the cards. You're very emotionally mature. Like, let's take a look at these two. You're very emotionally mature, but you're also not afraid to pull back from people who are trying to take advantage of you. And the 9 of Swords in the Tarot Marseille talks about the ability to overcome the red flags, like to pay attention to and to not let that affect your mind state anymore. Like, no longer am I going to I was about to say scared. Okay, so no longer am I afraid of those situations. No longer am I afraid of the things that seem daunting, but in reality, when I face them, they're not. It's just something that I can bring balance to. It's something that I can bring harmony to within myself. And you have learned how to grow emotionally because of facing these things. But in facing those things, they've also brought you ever closer to the you that's been wanting to be expressed for a long time. They've been bringing you closer to the you that is very unique and excitement and adventure oriented. Like, I want to have an adventure, but I want to be myself while I'm having this adventure. I don't want to be living someone else's life. I want to go out and find my own life. And so you've learned to not let the darkness consume you anymore, but rather you've become one with the darkness here. You're accepting your shadow side fully, which allows you to be very unique and beautiful in the way you're presenting yourself. And, you know, anytime we have the Page of Wands, it's this very like unique energy because it's brand new, right? It's like, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'm excited nonetheless. And then you have the 8 of Wands here, which is showing it's like you've had to sit in the silence and figure out what your own fears and anxieties were. You've had to come to terms with what all the noise was that was buzzing around inside of your head, and how was that keeping you from living the life that you wanted, and how was that keeping you from living the life that you desired, right? And so this is why men are attracted to you, because you're someone that's very unique. You face your fears. you're constantly facing fears every day, like, and you make it look simple and flawless and easy, and you're approaching life from this like childlike place where it's like you're just taking everything in. And because of that, they're very sexually attracted to you. Okay, they are very sexually attracted to you, very emotionally attracted to you too. Like if it's not a sexual attraction, it's a very emotional attraction where it's like, I need them in my life. I need pile one in my life because pile one knows how to make it to the next level. Pile one knows how to overcome the hard things. Pile one knows how to clear out karmic cycles. And so they see the things that would make them completely terrified and completely shut down from the world. They're watching as you face those fears regularly and you just speak the truth. And they're watching as you have humongous things happen to you. They're watching as you let go of family situations and as you continue to love yourself, that they can't help but want to be a part of that journey with you, right? They want to be there for you. They want to be in the journey with you. But also a lot of these men know that you're out of their league. And that's actually a good thing, right? Because not all of the men here are going to be willing to put forth the effort. There's something about your eyes, though. And this is interesting. Okay, it's when your eyes are shut, the way that you look is very peaceful. So, like, if you're concentrating and you shut your eyes, there's something that's very attractive about you in that moment. And it's like, well, but I can't even see myself. So, no, it's just something about the way that your face is when you're very concentrated and very focused on something. You just look very attractive in that moment. They also are very attracted to your lips and to your nose. You have a cute nose. Like, some of you have a wide nose, but some of you have a little button nose that's very cute. And also your hair, the way that you do your hair. So we did have house 1 come out here. We have individuality, self-image, and your approach to life. Yeah, so they're very attracted to the way that you see life. Like, it goes much deeper than just your looks. Like, your looks are the first thing that draw them in, but it's so much deeper than that. 11:11 on the clock. It's the way that you handle situations in day-to-day lives. Yeah, it's the way that they've seen you struggle, or they know that you have struggled. You know, the eyes are the key to the soul. They see into our souls, and so they know that you've struggled a lot, and they know that you've learned how to work hard and overcome that. And they know that you are willing to do the hard things. Look, sacrifice coming out here. And if you've been with me any time, you know that I also refer to Saturn, which came out on the bottom of the deck over here, as the planet of sacrifice. So they know what you've had to sacrifice, but they also know that you've had to sacrifice your thoughts, your way of thinking, and how you approach day-to-day situations. So this could be men who have watched you grow. This could be men who have been here even for a short time and just have seen you do things that they would have thought were completely impossible. They're very attracted to how happy you are. All right, let's get one of these. And then I'm going to do something a little bit different today. I actually want to see what it is that they'd say. So I'm going to use a combination of the yin yang cards and the, we might use the Pantha, but the yin yang cards and the love cards that I have here to paint a picture. So why are they attracted to you? Because you're chasing your dreams. So there's like a lot of men here who are watching you do what it is that you do, or they know, they're very well aware of what it is that you're doing. So you're someone that's very knowledgeable and wise. And you're someone who's very spiritual. You're connected to source, and that's something that's very attractive to them. You know, spirit has your back. Like, they know that you're very connected to source, and they're not afraid of source, what source could be, that connection, that faith. Like, you make it seem like it's something that's easily obtainable, even though it is a challenge. The way you express yourself is just so unique, though. What would they say to pile 1 if they could, source? Can you give us a picture of what they would say to pile number 1 if they could? Yeah. I'm not surprised some of these are coming out here. Okay. I don't want it to go too long. Yeah. They would tell you about their doubts that they have and where they feel like they're lacking. Okay. Let's look at this. They love the fact that you take care of yourself. Like, they want to know how you do that, because for them, in order to do that, they would have to face some very uncomfortable triggers and conflicts within themselves. And there's this disharmony. Like, they see you finding peace through self-care, but they can't find it themselves because there's a lot of inner conflict that they're fighting. And they want to tell you about that, but they also want to make you an offer. Right? I would love to make you an offer. I'd love to make memories with you, but I'm just stuck with the memories that we've had. So these could be a fire signs, Leo's Aries, Sag, coming through here. They like how fiery you are, though, how passionate about life you are. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. How emotional you are. You know, Pisces energy coming through rather strongly here. But they would also say that they feel like if they got together with you, that you would just boost their ego. And they'd feel very proud that they had you. And they don't know if that's something that you would ever be willing to put up with. So let's get some love oracles here, Source. What would these men say to pile number 1 if they could? Why they're attracted to them? What would they say? Okay. Maybe 2 more. What would these men say to pile number 1 if they could, Source? What would these men say to pile number 1 if they could? Okay. On the bottom. Yeah, golden mirror, we have narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, and one-sided. They would tell you, like if they could, they'd tell you that this is exactly how it would be, right? You'd be an egoic stroke for them. And that's why you trigger them in ways that they've never been triggered before. I mean, and they're still attracted to you. They can't help but be attracted to you, but it doesn't mean that it comes without its triggers, right? They'd want to make better life choices. Isn't that funny? We got self-care and we have self-care here. Self-love, self-care, being happier, love, and life. They'd want to know how to make these better choices, but they don't want to face the triggers that come with it. They'd tell you that they have an unconditional love for you. They see you as a whole being, and they're very attracted towards your affection and how selfless you are and how much you take care of others. That's why they want to give you an offer. They want to talk to you more. They want to savor this moment because you make them feel elevated, and they really do want to build a friendship with you. And again, they keep coming back to this. Ooh, I got such a weird tingle across the back of my head right now. They're just saying they'd still come back to this. I'm still stuck in my ego and my pride, and I don't think that you're willing to put up with that. Yeah, healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, abusive relationship. So I'm still healing from my own toxic patterns. I'm having to face things that are very, very uncomfortable for me. That's what these men would say. They'd want to take you out on a date. They'd want to get together with you, but ultimately they're having to face these conflicts that are coming up right now that you might trigger, you know, and we're all a trigger for everyone else. Like, everyone triggers us, we trigger others. It's just the way that life works, right? Because it's all a healing wheel. Like, we're all trying to heal each other because we all see a part of ourselves within another person. And so they've maybe been the abuser in the past. Maybe they've been addicted to an abuser in the past, but they definitely like the fact that your nurturing makes them feel so secure and like they're the center of the world. And that's something that really plays with their ego as well, because they know that if they got together with you or came forward and told you these things, that they would have to tell you the truth about how they felt. And they don't know if they're ready to say that yet. So this is if they could, right? Why men are attracted to you. This is what they'd say to you. Just a general version. Let's see what your oracle is here. Karmic justice. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Source. So yeah, you're in their lives because you're bringing justice to their karma. So some of these men are very much the abuser. And the reason that you even are a part of their lives, even if it's just, you know, a passing in the day, is because you're here to help them heal their wounds of being toxic. All right? So this card says, if you seek the balance of karma, then this card is a positive sign that whatever the outcome of a particular situation, it will be a fair one. Karmic justice doesn't look the same for everyone because we have different values and desires. Don't expect the repercussions to be immediate or of the same nature. They will be of equal worth. However, if your own efforts have been unfair, this card could also mean that it's time to accept the consequences. Put bias and prejudice aside and open your heart. The endless knot on this card symbolizes wisdom, compassion, and balance in the universe. And it says the energy we spend is the energy we receive. And that's the thing. They're watching you spend and they're watching you receive so much love. And that's what the boost is. It's like, oh my gosh, like if I get in touch with pile number one, I'm so attracted to the love that they give, how amazing they are. Like the main thing here, it's not even your looks, it's your energy and how much you make them feel wanted and seen. And that's what they're attracted to, and they're almost addicted to it too, because it's like, oh my gosh, someone actually sees me. But you also see the BS as well, and that makes them feel very uncomfortable. And so it's almost like if I could just connect with pile number one, but not have to go through all that other stuff where I have to actually open my heart to them, maybe I could just receive that love all to myself. But a lot of these men know that you're not willing to accept something that is, yeah, look, we have lack and doubts. That's basically a temptation. It's deception. If you're going to take action and bring me a new beginning, you better be honest about it. And you better bring a solid commitment. And that's just if you're interested in them chasing you, you know. But most of these men, it would just be a temptation for them. And you're a temptation for them because you fulfill all those egoic requirements that they want to feel big, bad, manly, masculine, you know, like very much like they're the center of the world and they don't want to give up that energy because they want you to continue to give that to them. But this is why a lot of men are attracted to you right now, because you really just feed their ego. And again, it's not you. You're just a loving person, but you're also very quick to cut people off. And that's why they know that they can't come in with this, because they've also watched you cut people out. Just bye. And it affects you in no way. Like you're just like, cool, whatever. Just going on with my journey. Bye. Okay. So this is what I see for you today. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. If you feel like this is your message, leave a little fruit emoji. I'll let you pick. Now, don't be dirty, okay? But leave a little fruit emoji down below and say, I choose my self-love and self-care so I can live my life happily. And leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Get on out of here. I want to take a quick second to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number one, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow humans. If you were drawn to this beautiful yellow jasper, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, this is going to be your reading on why are men attracted to you right now. I am doing things a little bit differently in this reading, but we'll get to that in just a minute. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to show up and be a part of this ever-growing tribe. I'm just so honored to have each of you here. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. These are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing down below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. Also, if you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all the links necessary below in the description box, where you can email me for personal reading and I'll get you out further information from there. You may also follow me on over to my podcast at Scatter Love Radio, which is a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I do hope to see you there. And if you are interested in becoming a member, there's a join button down below next to where the subscribe button is or used to be. And when you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels I have available, as well as the options that come with each level. And I do hope to see you over there. If not, though, thank you for your continued support here. I really do appreciate you. But let's go ahead and hop into it, and I'll explain once we get to the Oracle cards what I'm going to do a little bit different today, okay? So for pile number 2, Source, why are men attracted to pile number 2 right now? Why are men attracted to pile number 2? What messages do you have for us, Source? Why are men attracted to pile number 2? Okay, so we've got the 7th house, Virgo energy, and Saturn. Okay. To date you would be they have to sacrifice something. That's a very unique energy, right? Like, that's just something, like, I'd have to let go of something in order to come in to date pile number 2, no matter how attracted I am to them. But they do see you as relationship material, okay? They see you as someone who's very humble, who's modest, who loves to help people. They see you as someone who is very stuck and very given with their daily routines. So you show up and you have your day-to-day that you focus on, and that's something that they notice right away. Like, you take care of your health, you take care of your body, you take care of your mind. You're also someone that's very disciplined. You show up and you do the work that you need to. You could be seen as an expert in your field as well. And you're building solid foundations. You're very ambitious and responsible, and you have overcome tons of obstacles, and they see you as someone that's authority, right? And they find that attractive. They find how organized you are attractive, how you communicate, how you speak is very attractive. And they like that you may be environmentally conscious, but overall you're very helpful and you're very curious. The whole world around you is something that you curiously approach, and they really enjoy that about you. Like, you're always with an open mind, and it shows them that you're ready and willing to have a good time no matter with what. And so you'd be the next person to let them take you on a ride of your life, but really in reality you'd be taking them on a ride for their lives. All right, let's get some tarot on it and see what's coming in. So, Source, why are men attracted to pile number 2? Why are men attracted to pile number 2 right now? Why are men attracted to pile number 2? They like how fair you are as well. Like, you're very considerate of others. Like, you take others' situations, you could be extremely empathic, and you're willing to see the story from all angles, right? And part of that's just because you're willing to help so many people. Like, that Virgo energy is very humanitarian mindset. Like, I'm out here to help others. I want everybody to have a fair shot. You know, I want everybody to feel included. So, Source, why are men attracted to pile number 2 right now? Okay, thank you. Yeah, they find you very sexually attractive. You look very... It's interesting. This came out in pile number 1 too, but this is coming out in a very different way. Like, you're innocent in a sexual way. Like, you're very innocent sexually. Like, maybe you haven't had a lot of experience. Even if you have, like, they like to think that you haven't, okay? So, why are men attracted to pile number 2 right now, Source? What messages can you tell us? They like your body. Wow, all of these came out. Okay. They like your body. So a lot of these men are definitely spying on you, probably through social media, through work, like when they see you, you know. And it's interesting because the 2 of Swords really does talk about, you know, you're on the path to a positive outcome. You're overcoming situations. You're letting go. And you have the 2 of Cups here, which is all about love. So they definitely would like to come in, but they also see you as someone who needs a person that's just like you, right? That's on a very similar level as you. And so they're just happy watching you from afar. Why are men attracted to pile? Yeah. Pile number 2. And you're someone that's extremely fulfilled. You just always show up. You're very fulfilled. You take good care of yourself. Queen of Coins energy here. You're very stable, secure, grounded, nurturing, kind, but not afraid to be harsh if you need to. And they can picture a whole world with you, a whole life, like what it would be to be with you every day. And, they feel like they could build your sexual knowledge in very unique ways. Okay. Yeah. Like just this, they could be into all kinds of things. Like, I'm not just going to label it one thing. It's like they could be into all kinds of things and think that maybe you've only ever had one style of experience, and they would like to give you multiple experiences in that front. Okay. But they see you as, leaving a situation, or you have left situations that just don't pan out for you. And they find you attractive because you have beautiful eyes, you have a pretty face, you have an attractive face. They like your hair. They like watching you pass the time. So maybe there's someone here who gets to watch you while you're just like, maybe like if it's a work environment, this is the example they're giving me. Like, you're in a work environment and you have to take your 15 or your half-hour break. Like, this is someone who watches you while you're on your break. So maybe you bring books and read with you while you're on break. And they have a lot of passion for you. But it might not be good passion, right? It might just be the sexual kind of passion. And they're not knowing how to ask for that, Definitely very sexually attracted to you here. They like how dualistic you are. Like, sometimes you're predictable and other times you're very rebellious, right? And you always have a clear view of what it is that you want, but you also set very solid boundaries, and they know you can't mess with that, right? Why do I hear that song? I don't F with you. Okay, so that song is coming through. I'm not going to sing that one because it curses a lot. It curses extra lot. But yeah, that's like, they're like, no, that you're not going to F around. Like, you're not in this journey to be with someone just for the sake of being with them. Like, there's a purpose to you being with someone. So you could have chosen a celibacy journey for your own health and well-being. You could have chosen to stay single, like happy and single, and you really enjoy that, and you're not out here trying to get entangled with, other people. You're a very pragmatic person. You have a very realistic view of life, and that's something they feel is very attractive. And they also like that you are very happy in just life in general. And with that, like, you're able to, like, bring people together, right? You're able to bring people together and really bring this sense of balance to the world. You smell nice. Your eyes could be blue or green. They don't have to be, but that's something that's coming in here. You may respectfully show just enough skin to make the imagination go wild, right? Like, you're not someone who's out here hanging out everything you got. Like, it's like, what you've been given and you dress accordingly and tastefully. It's like, I don't need to show everything that I have. Like, I'm, like, maybe you wear scoop necks, but they don't go so low that your chi-chis are hanging out. And you might have a big badonkadonk, but you're not wearing, like, extra tight pants that make you burst at the seams. Like, you're wearing stuff that accentuate your curves or your body in a very tasteful manner, and that's something that they like. And for some of you, you actually don't wear anything that accentuates your body at all, or you just wear very general things. Like maybe you just wear dresses every day that are very big, fluffy dresses, like, you know, kind of the same style where they have like the princess, what is that? The princess cut on the top, and then they just flare out. And so it's just wondering what's underneath, like this constant like trying to imagine what you look like under the clothes underneath. It's very sexual energy here, though. You have a very sexual aura, and you might be like, but I'm not all about that life. And that's fine. It's just that's why. It's because you've healed from the past and you've cut off all those sexual contracts with people, and because of that, it like heightens your sexual energy because you're clean, right? And it's like this is not about anything that you get from the material world. This is about the energetic cleanliness that comes from within, and those sexual ties that you have to people. When you clear that out, it just brings you up into a whole new level. And that's what a lot of men are very attracted to you, Pile 2, because you may have gone and taken time to really heal from past situations. And if not, it's just that you're a very enticing person, and they want to know what it is because they really feel like you're innocent in the sexual area. Like, you don't have very much experience. And so they want to know if you're wild, if you're a freak in the sheets, or if you're just, you know, like, what are you? What's going on? And so I feel like a lot of men definitely daydream about what it is that you could be. We have Virgo energy coming through once again. Look, okay, and look, Virgo is the virgin. They're designated as the virgin. We have a lot of Virgo energy coming in here, right? Integrity, reverence, and service. So again, that idea of being inexperienced in bed. And so that's something that they are very attracted to, because they feel like you might be very inexperienced. Even if you're not, you just give out that energy that you just, you know, don't have a lot of experience there. So let's see if we can get some more on it here, Source. What other messages would you like to bring forth, King? They like that you're really responsible. And we saw that with the Saturn energy coming through as well. So they're very attracted to you. You may have a family that you take care of. You may have kids that you take care of. But they definitely find it very attractive that you take your responsibilities very seriously. You're not just over here trying to, you know, not take care of what's yours. You do take care of it. So let's see what else, Source. What other messages would you like to bring out here? Thank you. Okay. We have watch your words on the bottom. So you might not be someone that curses regularly, or you might be someone that really, like, again, how you communicate has something to do with the way that they're attracted to you. So you could be someone that really thinks about what it is that you're going to say. Like, instead of saying all the time, you might actually take space to think it out. What am I trying to say? What is it that I want to articulate in this moment? And through that, you pause, and those pauses actually make people hang on to your every word. And they're intrigued by what it is that you have to say. So men are attracted to you right now because of what it is that you have to say. So, yeah, we have square energy here with challenging situation, a mountain to climb. I feel like this is what they feel like you are. Like, you're just a challenge for them. Like, there's nothing, because if any of these guys came at you with that, you know, bedroom talk, like, you probably would just shut it out right away, right? Set that boundary. I'm not going to deal with that. I'm not going to put that. We're just not. I want something that's realistic. I don't want something that's fantasy oriented here. Yeah, and you're very powerful energy. You have a lot of powerful emotions. You have a lot of just, in general, just the way, again, the way that you dress, like, you're very tasteful in the way that you dress, but also that you make them feel all kinds of ways. And it's because of how powerful you are. And then we have this and that are true with dolphin spirit. Yeah, so they're just definitely imagining what it would be like to get you in a entanglement And I feel like that's really all they want. It's just an entanglement. Like a lot of these men here are not looking for something serious because it's just your energy in itself is just very sexual by nature. And it's nothing you're doing. Again, it's nothing. In fact, you could be a healer through, a sexual healer. And that's definitely something that exists on the spiritual journey. And so because of that, it's like they're just drawn to your sexual energy and that's all they want. And knowing that it's too powerful for them, because if they were to have, say, an entanglement here, then they would definitely have to heal a lot as well. So today what I'm doing differently is I'm going to use the Yin Yang Oracle and my Love Oracle deck to see what it would be that, what would they say to you if they were courageous enough to come forward and say anything to you. So Source, what would these men say to pile number 2 if they were courageous enough? What would these men say to pile number 2 if they were courageous enough? Can you kind of paint a picture for us here? I feel like there's one more card that wants to come out. Okay, and that's a huge amount of cards. I'm not going to do all those as these right here. I will take those, though. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, they have change and courage. Isn't that funny? I was asking about courage, and we have the courage card coming out on the bottom. Alright, so you guys got a lot for these. You were almost had a whole bunch more, but I wasn't going to take that many. But we have renewal and spark. Like, you've definitely sparked their interest and renewed their want for a connection. But they also know that the way that they want it is very toxic. Like, they just want a very toxic connection with you. They just want it to be very physical. They don't want to actually have to put in any effort here. And they tell you that. And that's because of the past sufferings that they've had. The things that have left them in lack. Like, they would tell you this if they could, right? But that your self-worth and your expectations are too high for what it is that they can give. They don't know how to meet you at your level. You've had a lot of growth. You've made them grow. It's like forced them into growing. That you're someone that you're an alchemist and you're guided by your spirit guides, your ancestors here. So you are like able to tap into a spiritual connection that they didn't know was even existed. And that's something that scares them too. It's not something that's more physical. Even though you're grounded here in the physical realm, you're also, it's like with your feet on the ground and with your head in the clouds, like you're capable of living in both realms simultaneously. Yeah, this is interesting. This came out in another pile. We have memories and nostalgia. So they definitely, a lot of these men are thinking about the times that they have had with you, the conversations that they've had with you. It's all a nostalgia for them. It's like, this is all I have. I can't come forward. I'm not brave enough to come forward and tell pile 2 how I feel. So all I have are the memories that we share with one another. And they know that you're out of their reach, right? That you're at a distance. Even if you're right next to them, you're still at a distance because you vibrate at a much higher level than they do. And that they're still working on their shadow side. Some of these men could be forced into the dark night. They don't have to be, but they're definitely working on the shadow side. Definitely trying to understand the emotions that they're having here. And they definitely feel like they could sabotage this relationship. They would sabotage you. A lot of them feel shame when it comes to how they feel about you. It's just a very sexual connection. Even though they know you deserve more, that they don't know if they have something more to give you. So let's get some love oracles. What else would they say to pile number 2, Source? What else would they say? Okay, thank you. What else would they say to pile number 2, Source? What else would they say? Okay, they want that one and that one. On the bottom, yeah, look, we have addiction, codependent, obsession, restraint, possessions, and control, and emotional block. That toxicity coming through. Once again, they just are addicted to you, pile 2. Like, they can't get beyond that addiction. They want something, but they only want it to be a very codependent thing. Heartbroken. They'd say they're deeply hurt, sad. They're feeling lost. They're grieving. They've had a bad breakup. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, we have seduction, attraction, teasing, hooking up, dating, third party, and temptation. They just want to seduce you. And that's being honest about it. That's the energy I've gotten this whole reading. Yeah, shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise and epiphany and transformation. But they know if they were to lay down with you. That's what I'm saying. I feel like you're a sexual healer. Like that exists on the journey. And I feel like if they did, that they'd be shocked into a sudden change in their life. And it's not one that they were looking forward to. That's for sure. Then we have clock, needing time, cycles and takes time to heal and progressing. So even though you're not sleeping with these men, okay, and the ones that do find you attractive, they are getting healing from you. And that's good, right? That's your energy is affecting them in all different ways, and it's making them feel the turmoil of their own emotions. And it's like all they can do is think about you, but it's like, in thinking about you and how amazing you are as a person, they know that you deserve so much more. And so there's this like constant conflict that they're in, right? It's like where I want this codependent energy, but it's dying, right? What's dead is dead. Grow and transform. No second chances. The relationship is over. It's dying. And instead, I know I have to change. Look, and we have another one that says epiphany, right? Surprise and epiphany, a breakthrough. And the breakthrough is coming into a place of self-love. And so this is what they would tell you if they could, that you have changed their mind on what they thought that relationships were, or what they thought that love was, even though they're still completely sexually attracted to you. So let's take a look at what your talisman oracle is. Look, finding love. Wow, I'm done. I'm over it. Source, thank you so much. And if I'm not mistaken, the seahorse actually mates for life. I'm pretty sure. And then the dads, isn't that interesting? The dads are the ones that care for the young. So they like take care, I think they're in eggs if they're not, but they take care of the young when they're babies. Like they watch out for the young. And I'm pretty sure that that's right. But isn't that interesting? So it's almost like you're taking them out of this toxic masculine energy and helping them find a more feminine version of themselves. So let's see what this says. Finding love. And this is why men are attracted to you too, because you help them heal even though it hurts, right? Healing is always good, even if it's uncomfortable. A pure conscious connection is awaiting you. This card doesn't always represent instant chemistry in an intimate relationship. It could also represent a nourishing platonic bond based on honesty and mutual appreciation. As this card also means finding your true soulmate, be on the lookout, as serendipity can bring inevitable shift in the air that can form a spark in your love life. Look, and we have that spark and renewal card. A stable and fulfilling connection built on trust and respect can make you fascinated with your other half, but moreover, it helps you reconnect with your true self. And the quote says, I embody love. And that's the thing, is like you spark them into letting go of that old belief of disrespectful love, of disrespectful connections. And you, excuse me, wow. Are you going to let me talk? You bring them into a place of understanding that you're worthy of respect. You deserve respect. And that's where that push and pull energy comes, where they're just like this. And so you're helping them to heal by just being you, because your energy is very magnetic. Okay, you have a very magnetic energy. So this is why men are attracted to you right now, pile number 2. If you feel like this resonates with you, leave a little seashell emoji down below and say, I embody love. So you let source know that you're calling in that higher vibration of energy. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guide, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this message. And until next time, pile number 2, stay human. Bye. Hello, my fellow human. If you were drawn to this beautiful piece of green aventurine, or if you were drawn to this card during the shuffle, then this is going to be a reading on why are men attracted to you right now. I do want to say really quickly thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this channel and to be here in this here now space with me in this ever-growing tribe. I'm so honored to be here with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we are all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space for you to show up as your highest, most loving, authentic self. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so please take what resonates, leave what does not, knowing that as you interact with the channel by liking, commenting, and subscribing below, it does allow me an opportunity to directly connect with your energy and get you out more resonant readings. If you are interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box. In order to do so, you can email me for personal reading. I'll get you out further information from there. You can also follow me on over to my podcast, which is just a fun, chill hangout session with yours truly. And I really do hope to see you there. And memberships are now live, so if you're wanting to become a member of the channel, there's a join button down below where the subscribe button is or used to be. And when you click on that, it will show you the 3 levels that I do have available, as well as the options that come with each level. So I do hope to see you on memberships, and if not, thank you so much for your continued support here. So that being said, let's go ahead and hop to it and find out, why are men attracted to pile number 3 right now, Source? What messages do you have for us? Why are men attracted to pile number 3? What would you like to tell us, Source? Why are men attracted to pile number 3? Okay, so we've got the 12th house. Ooh, Scorpio energy and Venus energy. You are next level attractive. Okay? You're dreamy, you're mystical, you have a lot of sexual energy about you. You are mysterious. Okay, you're magnetic. Your whole energy is magnetic. You could be a Pisces, a Scorpio, Taurus, even Libra energy coming in here. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Scorpio in the 8th house. I'm hearing Scorpio or Pisces and Venus. Yeah, so you're just next level attractive. Like, you are the embodiment of peace and harmony and love and grace, and this feminine wisdom is like exuding from your whole nature, your whole body, and it's something that they find very attractive. You have very dreamy eyes. You look very dreamy, like, you know, you might have bedroom eyes. You might have very dark, mysterious eyes as well, like almost cut through your soul type eyes that just like send shivers down their spine. I feel like you also have a very dark features, like not like as in, you know, what I'm saying is, when I say dark features, like you look like someone who spends a lot of time brooding or in deep contemplation, or like just when you see something, like you look at the root of it and you're not wondering why it's happening. You're wondering what's going on beneath the surface. Okay. And like, that's something they find very attractive, because they've felt you look into their soul. And that's why they find you attractive, because they feel like you know them without them saying anything to you. Right? And you're also someone that's very, very deep, right? Like, you're seen as like an old soul. Also, like, they feel like you have a lot of secrets. They'd love to unearth your secrets. Like, what kind of secrets are pile 3 holding? They feel like you have a lot. You're very sexy. You're very you're very intense, right? You have had a lot of beginnings and endings. You've reconstructed your whole life. There are a lot of men who aren't with you who still are jealous about the other men who talk to you. Like, they want to be that person. They see that you're very secretive and driven and passionate, that you are very wise and determined, but that you're very sociable and charming, and you're like the embodiment of luxury. So it's like luxury at our fingertips. I want to get with pile number 3, because that's like what I see luxury as. I want to be around pile number 3. Yeah, you have a very beautiful external body. Your meat suit is very pretty, okay? No, but you know, you're so much more than what you look like. That's the thing. So I just want you to say, like, they do feel like you have a very beautiful body. Very attractive body, right? And again, it doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, or what you identify with. It doesn't matter. They just really like your body. For sure. So why are men attracted to pile number 3 right now, Source? What messages can you share with us? Why are men attracted to pile number 3 right now? Okay, thank you. Why are men attracted to pile number 3 right now, Source? The cards are acting all wonky. You make them stutter. Like, you make it when you come and talk to them. Like, you might notice that there's a lot of people who kind of like lose their thoughts. So you make them stutter. They're not used to stuttering. Like, most of these men are used to being able to hold a tight conversation, but not with you. Why are men attracted to pile number 3, Source? Thank you. Why are men attracted to pile number 3, Source? Why are men attracted to pile number 3 right now? Thank you. You look like an angel. Yeah. The path with you would be clear. Like, they would have an idea of what they would want to move forward with you in the future. Like, I'd want to ask you to marry me. We'd have a family, the white picket fence. Even if that's not what you wanted, like, you make the path seem very clear. So, Source, why are men attracted to pile number 3 right now? Why are men attracted to pile number 3 right now, Source? Thank you. Yeah. You know how to set emotional boundaries. And even being sexy, like, you're still cute. Like, you're still adorable. Interesting. You find ways to not rock the boat. What's on the bottom of the deck? Yeah, we have the 10 of coins. You're very abundant. And a lot of these men are watching you from a distance. They think that you have no idea, but I think you're very aware. Yeah, with the Popes, you're very aware that they're watching you. And you leave them feeling like you have a very intense energy, like very intimidating energy about you. And it leaves them feeling intimidated. And they're very attracted to that because they're like, oh, like pile 3 would eat me alive in the bedroom. What do we have here? The 3 of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, you're someone who has learned to, you know, take action when you need to, and you get help from others when you need to. You're not afraid to ask for help. You're not afraid to, you know, like if they're showing me a jar, like if you're struggling to open a jar, like you're going to go over to someone and be like, would you please help me with this? Or you could just put it in their face and be like, open this. Like you could just be very forward about it too. That's 2 energies. Like some of you are very mindful of your manners and others of you are just very much like, no, I deserve your help. You're going to help me with this. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like that's just your energy. That's where you're at. And so I just laugh because it's very funny because it's like they like both. They like that you mind your manners and they like that you're very forceful. So it's kind of like they like that you take charge here. But it's like interesting because you have 3, right? 3, and then we have 12, which is 3. So 3 is something you see a lot of. But that's also pointing at creativity and abundance. And the number 3 connects with the Empress, which is talking about pregnancy as well. So it's like, again, it's like they want to have a family with you. They want to settle down and create a family, a life with you. They see you as like, oh, this is my forever person, right? And they feel like sometimes that you're the third party that comes in and intervenes in their own life. Like you give them a reason to go back home. Like, oh, like maybe I don't have that, but maybe I should be appreciative of what I do have, even though I'm daydreaming about pile number 3, right? And it's like you make them have to feel like they have to stay neutral because if they were to pursue you, they would probably get in trouble, right? And you found your place in a group. Like you're comfortable with who you are. You connect with everybody, higher ups, the regular people. Like it's like you just have very exceptional qualities about you that are very appreciated by a lot of men. Like, they just really love your qualities, all your qualities, your mind, your body, your emotional state, how you're able to manifest, right? And you accept the limitations that you have, but you also learn to adapt to those limitations, which allows you to make strides, great strides, right? And you've learned to make the best of all the situations that are surrounding you. You're not trying to make things, what they aren't. And you're really learning how to stand firm in this energy. You feel like you've always been this forthright, but there's something about it, like you're having a glow up here, and there's something about it where you're just you're very intensely growing, and your energy is very intensely growing here. And so they see you as gaining a lot of success, and they feel like you're gaining more success than others. And that's actually a very attractive trait, because they feel like they know that it's because of your energy that you're gaining success, right? You just take off into the sunset and live your life the best that you can and leave everybody else in the dust. Good for you, good for you. But they're very attracted to you. They really feel like you're very angelic looking. You're very beautiful. You're very handsome. You're just a very good looking person. And they feel like also that you're very closed off to letting people into your heart. And they would like to come into your heart. It's not that you're not loving. It's just that you don't just let anybody in. You're not gonna just let anybody in. And they like that you are very selective about who you let into your energy and into your life. There's something about seeing cycles too. They've seen you go through cycles here where they've seen you end very harsh cycles, or cycles that were leaving you feeling less than yourself, and then you've grown beyond that, right? You've left that behind, and you have found that the root cause here was something that had to do with your internal child. But you're also someone who likes to have a lot of fun and connect with your inner child, and they feel like you would just be a lot of fun to hang out with. Yeah, so we have Pisces energy on the bottom here: intimacy, intuition, and compassion. So you could be a Pisces. This could be Scorpio energy as well. I don't know why was Scorpio standing out very strong. We're going to get some oracles out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the yin yang and the love oracles that I have to see what it is that they might say to you if they have the courage to. Yeah, you are ferocious. And I don't think you mean to be either. It's not something that you're going out of your way to be rude or, ruthless. You just, when something comes to you, when you know how you want to act or what you want to say, you say it, and you say it very direct, and you're very blunt. And sometimes people can take being blunt as being unkind and ruthless. But this is something they find very, very attractive about you, is how blunt you are. How when you know what you want, you say it. You're not going to shy away from it. And while it's intimidating and it's scary, it's also something they find extremely attractive, because they've never met somebody that said things like you. Yeah, you set healthy boundaries. Yeah, you're not afraid to say, look, this is not working for me. Sorry, but this has got to go. House 3, early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. I keep hearing, I want to stroke your brain. They like your thoughts. They like how you think. They like how intelligent you are. But they also have seen, there's a lot of men here who have seen you heal childhood wounds and have gotten in touch with your inner child and would like to have fun. Okay? Yeah, kindness. Yeah. So, and then number 12, once again, right? So 1212, you might see 1212 a lot. They feel like you're extremely kind, that you've absolutely embodied and embraced the shadow aspect of yourself. You're not out here trying to judge others. You just know what you want and you go towards it. But you always offer kindness. And that's why I'm saying, some of you are very kind in your manners, and others of you are very direct, saying no, I need help with this. But that's why I'm saying, you're never mean about it. Like, you're not like, you SOB, like, you better effing help me, blah, blah, blah. And maybe you do curse, but you're not like doing it with malicious intent. Like, never, ever, ever is it like malicious intent. And they know that. Know your worth. Yeah, and you know your worth. You're Ferrari, shoot. You're an Aston Martin. Get up and go on with your bad self. Right? And that's another thing they find very attractive. You know your worth. You know you're worthy of what you're asking for. Like, you're not just out here asking for it because you think you can get it. You're out here asking for it because you know you can get it. There's a difference. Those are two completely different energies altogether. So let's grab some yin yang cards and say, so source, what would these men say to pile number 3 if they had the courage to? What would they say to pile number 3 if they had the courage to? What would these men say to pile number 3 if they had the courage to? Ooh. So I'm just going to say, like, the other 2 piles, pile 1 and 2, and as always, if you've watched all 3 piles, leave a purple heart down below and say I made it, because that's designated for you that spend the whole reading with me. I truly do appreciate you. The other 2 piles, the cards were like flipping out, but the first card that flew out was closed off, guarded, and resistant, right? And then the cards, I got 2 more, but I'm going to get some more. It's just interesting because I feel like this is what they'd say. Like, I'm closed off right now. I'm resistant and guarded. Like, I'm trying to protect myself. And I'm resistant because I feel like if I connect with you in this way, like, you're going to break down all my walls. And that's something that's really scary. That's something I don't know how to handle. I don't know how to deal with that. Well, okay, I guess we're going to take all of those. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? Yeah. Oh, rejection, loss, and fragmented. They'd be heartbroken if you rejected them. That's why some of these men will not come forward at all. Let's look at what we had flip over. We have seeds, spring. Yeah. So, and again, this feels like that I want to get you pregnant type energy, right? Like, I want to plant my seed with you. And we have the divine feminine. So you could be the divine feminine. They could be the divine feminine. But this is just showing that very powerful feminine energy that you're in right now, where you're just very magnetic and attractive. Okay. Yeah. Rebirth. This is that Scorpio energy going through death and rebirth right now. They would tell you that they feel like you forced them into changing their whole view on life. That you've left them confused because they've been following their illusions their whole life. Like, they've been wearing rose-colored glasses, and that's usually gotten them pretty far. But when it comes to you, like, not at all. Not at all. And they just were left completely confused. And now they see you standing so strong in your purpose. You've had this cosmic glow up. Like, you're glowing from within. And you just look so beautiful and amazing to them. And they want to come back in. They want to come in and say, I want a union with you. But there's still this closed off energy here. They see that you're guarded, but you're also allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Isn't that interesting? You have the shadow aspect and the light aspect of the same energy coming through here. But acknowledging that you're the one that's, even though you're guarded, you're still open. Like, where they're just completely closed off and standing in the dark. But they do want to grow out of this for you. If anybody could make them grow, it would be you, pile 3. Because you've balanced out some very harsh karma and justice in your life. And you make me feel like I could do the same thing. But right now, I just feel very detached and cold. Very distant from you, from life, from everything. And you have me all in my head. So they definitely feel like stuck in their head because of you. And because of, and it's never like your fault. Like, don't ever take that personally. Like, oh my gosh. Like, no, they're just stuck in their head because they don't know how to approach you, you know. And a lot of these men aren't going to. And there's maybe 1 or 2 that might, if ever. But they do want a union with you. Like, they want to be able to integrate everything that they've learned from you and come into a union with you. But they don't know if it's possible. What else would these men say to pile 3 if they could, source? Thank you. Yeah. What else would these men say to pile number 3 if they could? What else would these men say to pile number 3 if they could, if they were courageous enough to come forward, source? Okay. This is interesting. Whoa, that is too many. I will take that one, though. So we have the butterfly on the bottom. Evolving and growth, next phase. Healing inner child, releasing the past. You've given them courage to look to their own inner child for healing. Let's look at what flipped over, though. We've got passion. Insane chemistry, sparks. Having fun, equal interest, and burning desire. So you're someone that makes me feel extremely passionate. Like, I have a ton of passion for you, but it's also so important that you enable your boundaries when I'm around, because I have a tendency to blaze and push past anybody's boundaries because I want what I want. And there's all these men that like you, these men that are attracted to you, pile 3, like, they want what they want. And because you're in that energy too, like, I want what I want. Like, they've never dealt with anybody that's, it was 21:12 on the clock. They've never dealt with anybody that's in that same energy as them. And they know that they wouldn't be able to get away with it with you. I'm done. I'm over it. So for some of you, this is a twin flame. And it's just one energy coming in like crazy. Wow. Yin yang and balance, union, duality, complement and polar opposites. So a lot of union. So I was saying, like, we had the union card come out. It's like someone wants to say, I want to come back in. I want to have a union with you. So we've got, and this card, it rarely, even in my yin yang deck, the twin flame card rarely ever shows up. Like, it's not something that's a consistent card. Like, I've seen some channels where the twin flame card always flies out. Like, for my channel, no, it's not. It's like a very rare occurrence when the twin flame card makes an appearance. And then we have not enough. But I lack the confidence, and I feel like I always self-sabotage, and I'm stuck in my ego sometimes, and I'm afraid, and this leaves me fearful. And I feel like I'm battling a losing battle. Like, how am I supposed to wage war in this world when I don't even feel enough like I can protect you? When I don't feel like I can give you everything that you need? When I feel like you already have everything that I lack? Yeah. But I do feel like there is something changing here. Evolving in growth, new phase, rekindle, new phase, renew, growth. Changed mind, rise from the ashes, healing the inner child, releasing the past. It's just they have had a broken heart, and that could have come from a narcissist in their life. Okay, but they do want to talk to you. Building a friendship. Interesting. Building a friendship. This is interesting energy. I was not expecting this at all, especially for this reading. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle card here. I'm going to read this from the book. But what do we have? Wisdom. Yeah. They're attracted to your wisdom. A lot of men are attracted to your smarts, how amazing you are, like, at being able to see the world, but see beyond what the world sees, right? Being able to connect with the Akashic records, being able to download very vital information to the world. This is something that a lot of men find very attractive about you, pile 3. It says the power of the mind has no limits. Wisdom is not only about having all the information and knowledge, but about applying what we know to our situation so that it adds meaning and promotes the common good. This card reminds you that it's time to live life in such a way that builds the spirit. The octopus on the card is upside down, and it invites you to look for alternative perspectives to broaden your vision. Sometimes all it takes is to distance ourselves from the situation to see more clearly what's best for us and everyone we love. Your third eye is awakened and focused on the scene, so don't be afraid to look for a new viewpoint. It says, I use the wisdom within. So that's the thing that they're very attracted to. They're very attracted to how you're able to use your wisdom, not only applying it to your own life to create security for yourself, to create abundance for yourself, but how you also help others use that wisdom as well. So this was absolutely a beautiful reading. I loved this. I really did. This was a great one. I'm so glad that you're pile 3. Look, and the flame just went out. So synchronistic. This could absolutely be a twin flame coming in, a message for those of you. But if you watched all 3 piles, leave a purple heart down below and say I made it. If you feel like this is your reading, leave a little flame emoji down below and say, I allow the passion to flow through me so that I can continue to integrate wisdom. Leave me a thumbs up. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angel source, and my guides for coming together to give us this phenomenal message, pile number 3. And until next time, stay human. Bye.